In the quiet town of Willow Creek, Oregon, on a crisp October morning in 2024, my life unraveled in a way I never saw coming. I'm Jack Thompson, a 47-year-old former sheriff who traded badge for wrench, restoring vintage motorcycles in my garage. My 1947 Indian Chief, a relic I'd rebuilt with my dad as a kid and later rode with my late wife, Emily, was my sanctuary after her death from cancer 3 years ago. That bike wasn't just metal, it was my heart, my memories, my peace. But peace doesn't last when someone's got a vendetta. When 3 police cars rolled up to my house, lights flashing, Margaret Hensley, the HOA queen with a vendetta sharper than a switchblade, stood on my lawn, screaming, "Arrest him! He stole that motorcycle!" All because I wouldn't let her son, Ethan, ride my prized Indian. Imagine calling 911 over a neighbor, saying no to your kid. But the real kicker? I was on a critical video call with the state attorney, a make-or-break moment for a federal case. Margaret thought she was ruining a washed-up nobody. She had no idea who she was messing with. I'd moved to Willow Creek for a fresh start after Emily's death, thinking I'd found a quiet corner to heal. That morning started like any other in the garage, polishing the Indian's chrome, when Margaret stormed up my driveway, her perfectly styled hair screaming, "I run this town." Behind her was Ethan, 18, lanky, with a curious glint in his eyes. "Mr. Thompson," he said, voice polite, "that's a sweet bike. My brother Ryan loved motorcycles. Can I take it for a spin?" I froze. Margaret's glare burned with something deeper than HOA nonsense hatred. "Jack Thompson," she hissed, "for years ago you destroyed my son." It hit me like a punch. Ryan Hensley, a 19-year-old I'd arrested for drug possession back in my sheriff days. He died in his cell 3 days later, suicide, the coroner said. I'd followed protocol, but Margaret blamed me, her eyes blazing with grief-fueled rage. Ethan, oblivious, was just a pawn in her revenge. The neighborhood turned fast. Ethan posted a video about this selfish old man hoarding a classic bike, and it exploded 60,000 views overnight. Kids swarmed my driveway, snapping selfies, live-streaming my life like it was a circus. Margaret weaponized the HOA, slapping me with violations. Bike parked an inch too close to the line, excessive noise from routine maintenance. She held emergency meetings, flashing charts about how my motorcycle tanked property values, painting me as a reckless loner. Neighbors I'd barbecued with started avoiding me. Even my friend Lisa, a nurse who'd brought me meals when I moved in, warned me, "Margaret's been digging into your past, Jack. She's out for blood." Margaret's masterstroke was finding out the Indian was still registered in Emily's NAMIA paperwork oversight for my grief. She called it theft, building a legal trap. The community turned colder. I was outvoted on noise rules that had forced my bike into storage. I was losing my home, my reputation, everything. Then came her final play. She scheduled a police visit during my video call with State Attorney David Reed. As sirens wailed, Ethan live-streamed to 600 viewers, narrating my arrest for stealing my own bike. Margaret stood smug, thinking she'd won. But she didn't know me. Officer Daniels, a rookie, approached my door, citation book in hand. Then he stopped dead. "Sheriff Thompson?" His swagger vanished. He recognized my former sheriff, now consulting on a federal trafficking case. My laptop blared David's voice. "Jack, what's going on?" The feds on screen looked stunned as Ethan's live stream captured the chaos. The chat exploded. "Called cops on a sheriff?" Margaret's face drained of color. Her 3-year plan crumbled in front of hundreds online. She doubled down, hitting local news with a tearful tale of a corrupt cop harassing a grieving mother. The media ate it up. Hashtags like Justice for Ryan trended, and my contract started vanishing. Ethan, though, was cracking. "Mom, did we ruin an innocent man?" he asked her one night, voice shaking. Margaret fed him lies about Ryan's arrest, claiming I'd used excessive force. But Ethan recorded her, sensing the truth. The internal affairs hearing was a spectacle: protesters, cameras, Margaret playing the heartbroken mom. Her evidence painted me as a bully abusing power. I was sinking until Lisa walked in. I knew Ryan, she said, voice steady. He was dealing drugs, big time, to pay for Margaret's medical bills. Jack's arrest was by the book. She played Ethan's recordings, Margaret admitting Ryan's guilt, coaching lies. The room gasped. Margaret screamed, "He was my boy. Jack should have let him go." Her confession was live-streamed, her lies exposed. Ethan's betrayal was the final blow. "You used me to destroy an innocent man," he told her, walking out. Margaret faced charges: perjury, harassment, and lost everything. Her home, her son, her reputation. I got a civil settlement, my career restored, but the real closure came from Ryan's suicide note, shared by Lisa. "I'm sorry, Mom. I dealt drugs to help you. Jack was right to arrest me. Don't blame him. It freed me from years of guilt." Margaret's gone now, working a dead-end job, alone. Ethan's in college, advocating against manipulation. Willow Creek healed Lisa's the new HOA president, and we started a fund to help families with medical debt. My Indian chief roars again, kids waving as I ride by. Truth won, but it cost us all. What's Ryan's final secret? Was Margaret a victim of grief or a villain by choice? Should I have shown her mercy? Comment below, like, and subscribe for stories that cut deep.